Okay, Mass Effect Andromeda, where do I start? Well, I'm just gonna preface this video by saying that some of my footage got corrupted somehow, so I'm just gonna keep this short. So yeah, if you're watching this video, you're probably aware of the massive pounding this game was receiving in the days leading up to its release. And it's not completely unjustified, considering this game can get pretty fucking janky at times. I mean, we've all seen the footage posted online, right? With the bad walking animations, the phantom punches, just the general wonky animations, or maybe even a T-pose here and there. Well, as you can see, most, if not all of these problems are not really exclusive to the early access version of the game, considering I've actually personally encountered them in my first 5 hours of playing it. I mean, really, one of the first things that greeted me in this game is the Asari character voiced by Natalie Dormer, whose facial animations are like straight out of fucking Pingu or something. Yeah, Newt Newt, motherfucker. Now, most of these problems are only noticeable on the more humanoid races, not so much on the other alien races like the Turians or the Solarians, but still, in a game where dialogue comprises of the majority of the game, you should really expect better, right? I mean, really, questionable animations aside, it looks like all of the humans in this game are fucking emotionless automatons.
Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything.
You heard her, guys, her face is fucking tired. Her fucking face is tired of everything. It's like the characters are being self-aware now, because most of their faces look like they're fucking tired of everything. Hey, here's a random nitpick for you. If you look closely at Alec Ryder's face here, you can see that his fucking teeth are clipping through his lips. Now, I tried to recreate some of the things I saw online, and you actually have to get out of your way to actually do them. But it's still kind of fucking questionable. And even then, there are still legitimate bugs with the animations that can actually affect your gameplay. Like this one right here. I have no idea what causes this, but from my 5 hours of playing, it has actually happened a lot of times already. I think the worst part is that you actually have to wait for it to fix itself, so if you're in the middle of combat, you're kinda fucked. At least so far, this has only happened to me when I have my weapon holstered, but still, it can really fuck you up at times. It can be pretty amusing, but they really need to fix that. Now, most of my problems with the game really just boils down to plain old nitpicking, like this hover hand right here. But still, after 5 years of development, and at least a decade since the last game, you'd expect better from BioWare. I mean, come on.
Really?
Yeah, really. Thankfully, the game itself is pretty fun, so hey, props to them, they actually got something right. But still, you know, look at this, there's a T-pose right here. Amazing. Just amazing. The best part is, whenever this happens, they just can't attack you, so they're just gonna slide around like a fucking... I don't even know what to say anymore. Seriously though, I am really digging the combat in this game so far, especially with the addition of the jump packs. It just makes everything so fun. My only complaint would probably be how turning the difficulty up will only dial up the enemy's damage, but I could be wrong. I've only played on Insanity so far, which is the highest difficulty level, and I can't really speak for the lower ones. But still, going out of cover for literally a second will almost always put your shields down to 0. Now, I don't know if that's intended, but it is the highest difficulty after all, so maybe I shouldn't be complaining about that. So overall, my experience so far has been pretty alright, I guess. The dialogue is nothing to write home about, and again, there are still the inexcusable bugs. At least in my opinion, they're inexcusable. At the end of the day, I'm still a huge fan of Mass Effect. I mean, I'm wearing a fucking N7 hoodie as I'm fucking making this video, but still, they have a lot of things they need to work on. Would I recommend picking the game up? Probably. If you like Mass Effect, knock yourself out. And like I said, the gameplay itself is actually pretty fun, and I haven't even tried the multiplayer yet. Word of advice though, if you're gonna buy the game, buy it from greenmangaming.com. It's about $10 cheaper there, so yeah. So yeah, I guess that wraps this video up. Take note, this is a first impressions video, and I am still really early in the game, so I still have a lot of things to experience. Anyway, that's it. See ya.